Hi guys, my name is Duncan Nyale. I'm the director of Tenacity Business Solutions, a consulting firm for data protection. And I'm happy to take you through the inaugural episode of our Data Doctors episodes. Today we'll be looking at the history of data protection. And I'm hoping that this will be part of a very, very informative series that you and I will enjoy. Now, where did data protection come from is a question that we get quite often as we interact with people, we train, we service them, be creating policies or data protection impact assessments. I think the history of data protection dates back to around 1948. There's something we call the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that was created by the UN, or it's a UN charter that was created immediately after World War II. There was a feeling that there were so many atrocities that were undertaken during the World War II, and there was a need to basically try to even the playing field within the world, where now there will be common rights that every global citizen would be guaranteed. Now, the Universal Declaration for Human Rights document had 30 different rights that were declared to be guaranteed for every global citizen. Data protection is number 12 of those rights that were declared in the UDHR document. And basically, this is where the advent of all these data protection matters came from. Because after that, I think the next major thing was the Convention 108, which was a European Union charter that agreed that they were going to protect all digital data, because at that point there was a lot of overflow of digital data across borders, which gave birth to the GDPR around 2012 all the way to 2018. And now the Data Protection Act in Kenya of 2019, and the rest within the global world. So I think that's where it basically comes from. Now, specifically in Kenya, you will find that the Data Protection Act operationalizes the Constitution. It gets its power from specifically Article 31C and D of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Now, the reason it is in the Constitution, it is because it is a UN charter, like we said, from the UDHR of the 1948. So basically, the Data Protection Act is here to basically give life to that provision of the law, of the Constitution rather, that guarantees each of us as citizens of the Republic of Kenya that we have a right to privacy of our personal data, not to be misused, to be mishandled, and basically to be subjected to maybe bias because of one or two of these things that could happen to personal data. So that's where data protection basically comes from. So in a nutshell, it has a long history that is quite important. As you can see, and that it is a right that is to be guaranteed globally. So, as many countries as possible are trying to now come to the realization that they need to create these laws. In Africa, I think it started with what we call the Malabo Convention, which is an African Union charter, where African Union countries came and decided that they need to do something about data protection, and therefore signed an agreement that they're going to have data protection legislation basically enacted within their jurisdictions, and then they're going to cooperate with each other to ensure that at the end of the day, digital misuse of data will be able to be tracked and to be basically dealt with, even if it is cross-border or not. So I think that's a good place to start. We get the history of data protection, where it came from, and as we proceed in these episodes, we will be unpacking more and more about data protection, and hoping that by doing that, we shall be able to enable you to understand, to be able to apply, and to be able to comply with the requirements of these acts. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and so that you don't miss any episode that comes out. We plan on rolling these out every week. So keep tuned in. Watch out for the next one. God bless you. Thank you so much.